Good YouTubing, everybody. Thanks for stopping by and checking out this review. And as always, we'd like to thank our viewers and our subscribers, because without you, we're not us. Let's check out Marvel Legends series, Marvel Studios, The Fantastic Four First Steps, Silver Surfer. Let's roll off the stand and let's get started. Okay, for the packaging, this is pretty basic. Of course, usually Marvel Legends series is in the black, white, and red. But of course, this is the Fantastic Four First Steps. So you're going to get the blue and white. Let's go over it real quick. Fantastic Four logo there. You do have your Marvel Legends series, action figure in the bubble with all the accessories, Silver Surfer on the side, and of course, Marvel Studios, The Fantastic Four First Steps, right? Ages, and the little logo there. Of course, on this side panel, you do have a image of the film. It's kind of a laminated sticker, and then Marvel Legends there, of course. And on this side panel, you have the Marvel Legends with the open window, Silver Surfer, and a picture there, the same picture, just the headshot, right? And of course, let's check the back. You do have Marvel Legends, and then there's the full picture, little orange background. You have some sayings right there. You can pause that if you like. There you go. Silver Surfer there as well. And on the bottom, you do have your barcode and some sayings there, and you can pause that as well. But that will do it for the packaging. And just in case you want to see what it looks like inside, it's this. It's really nothing. I think you can take that out. I don't know what you would do with it, but that's what it is. Okay. And for the accessories, it's pretty decent. It's not bad. You're looking at the Silver Surfboard there. Of course, that orange effect will be the flame wave effect. Of course, the 6-inch figure itself. And you have your 3 extra hands there, and plus the pair of punch hands on the figure, right? Not too bad there. Let's take a look at these closely, and let's go over them. So first, we'll start off with the Silver Surfboard. The next will be the flame wave effect. I do like how it's in the plastic, because when you take them out, you can put them right back in very nicely. This is great for putting your figure up correctly without messing anything up. Really nice. So let's take a look at the flame wave effect first. We'll look at that. Keep that there. Okay. There goes your flame wave effect. Not a bad gig, I don't think. I think it's pretty decent on how they got it, right? You put the board there. I don't know where the connection would be. I think it just sits on there, and then you do as you wish. I'm not quite sure if there's any peg systems or whatnot. I'm not seeing that, but the detail is nice. You can also put some kind of a lighting inside there, and you can make that come to life really, really well. But you see how it's made there. Not bad. We'll see how that looks good in photos here soon, right? Just like it did on the thumbnail. Pretty nice. All right, and there goes your flame wave effect. Not bad. Okay, and next will be the Silver Surfboard. Like I said, very easy to come out. Very easy to put back in. Not bad. We do appreciate that. Okay, let's take a look at it. There you go. It looks like, if you're looking at it, it looks like it's wood. Is that what it's supposed to pertain to? Even though it's the silver stuff, there's that wood look to it. It has it. And there's your peg system for the foot of the figure to sit on. And there are more grooves on the bottom. Pretty basic, but still pretty cool. If you ever seen the last Silver Surfer, you'd seen this before. A little different, but not by much, right? And there you have it. Okay, and that'll do it for that. Let's take a look at the other accessories. Next up will be the 6-inch figure itself and the 3 extra hands, of course. But I'm going to go ahead and pause this and get them out, because it's making a lot of noise with the tape. And of course, the figure is really snug in that plastic. So let me go ahead and take it out. Give me 1 second. So here we are. We have her out the plastic. Okay, she has her punch hands. And here are her extra hands. Kind of open. Then you have another slightly open. And then another open hand, right? Let's take a look at the hands up close. Here we are. Pretty basic. Nothing really new there. You do have your hands with the latch system, right? Palms, all silver. Pretty basic there. Okay. Let's look at the more of a cuff hand. She's like she's cuffing something. I think this is to hold the board. When you set her on there, she kind of has the board under her hand there. That's quite all right. Let me get that focused there. There we go. Yeah, that's so she can hold under the board or over the board, however you like. Not bad. It's okay, nothing crazy though. And here's the other hand, kind of like she'll be throwing some kind of magic out of her hand. That's what you have. There you go. Nothing to it. I don't know what that is. Don't know what that is, but there you have it. Pretty basic. Latch systems are there. There you go. Pretty long peg system too. Okay, not bad. Still don't know what that is. All right, and you know, look at her up close. So let's go ahead and take a look at her punch hands. Okay, there's her punch hands there. Right, pretty basic. There it is. Nothing to it. Right, punch hands. Okay, and that'll do it for the accessories. Okay, there she is, complete. But let's take a look at how it comes together. Okay, I thought it was a different way, but if you look at her, she's standing pretty decent on the board, right? That's correct, because it's holding it very well. So let's take her off. Let's look at it. Look at it real quick. There you go. Let's take her off right quick and then look at the board itself. I thought this was the piece it would lay on. Wrong. It's the piece in here, because what you do is you take it out and you actually slide it till it sits snug, and then you can pull it back even more to make it snug, and that's where you get the effect right there. You see it? That's really easy, really nice, not a bad job. And there's your under. That looks really good. Good job with that, guys. Just wanted to show you that to give you an idea so you know what you're looking for when you get your figure. And there you go. That'll do it. Okay. So let's give her a measure. We'll start with the inches. There we are. Okay. Inches, she'll be right at 6. And on the centimeter side, she'll be right at 15. That's where she's at, and that's where she's standing. So let's take a look at the appearance. Right, the appearance, I'm a fan of it. I do like the appearance quite a bit. Like I said, I would like to see the silver be a little more silver, but for the most part, it looks pretty good, right? Okay, so let's go over it. You see that it's blurry. Let me take care of that. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we are. All right, the face itself, if you're looking at the mold of the hair, that looks pretty good, spot on, right? The transition's okay. And the mold itself, you see the hair slicked back, folded at the back of the bottom of the hair, right? And you also has this little tint here. You have this yellow, kind of brownish, goldish tint that runs through the whole figure, right? You see that? That's kind of, I don't know exactly what you would call that, but it runs through the whole figure. As you can see the tint on the back, right? Okay, so the arms are proportioned. Looks like this is a reuse. I don't know what figure they use this from, but you can tell it's a reuse from one of the figures, but it's a good reuse. Good reuse of the tooling, right? Okay, arm looks good there. Let's look closely at the face. Okay, we got the eyes. I want to get it. There we go. You see the eyes there? They're done pretty well. If you look real closely, they're not bad. You see the pupils, and then you see the dark circles, and of course the mouth itself. That looks pretty decent. The ear sculpt is nice. The face itself, not too bad, right? Okay, and the body is proportional, like we say, it's a reuse, so that's gonna look pretty decent. The back of it, all solid color with the silver. Like I said before, I just think that silver is not enough. If you look at the old Silver Surfer from the last release, it was a little shinier than this, okay? And the legs, there they go. They do have that kind of brownish color on it as well. There's your feet. There's the back. Okay, that's pretty much it. Silver, right? Silver Surfer. All right, and that'll do it for the appearance. Okay, so let's scale them up with the Silver Surfer, just to give you that idea of how, I mean, look at the difference. He's a lot shinier. I think they should have done her like that. I don't know if it's because of the movie. He doesn't have that kind of goldish grime on him. He's just straight silver. I thought that she would be the same. Somebody let me know why that's different. We'll go ahead and put Archangel in there as well. Yeah, there he is. He's just hanging out. He don't have his wings on, but you're getting the size there. But let me go ahead and add a bigger character just to give you an idea of the actual size. I like this character. He's pretty big, but here he is. Let's throw him in the mix. Right there next to Silver Surfer. There he is. I mean, look how huge Venom is. I mean, he's just huge. The gamerverse, very big guy, but he scales pretty well with these, right? There he is. Okay, so you guys get the idea, and you see what it looks like. Okay. Okay, so let's check out the POA, the points of articulation. All right, we see it here. Not bad. Let's go ahead and do the head. The head movements is on a ball and socket with a latch system. So you do have the ball and socket and the latch, right? So your latch is going to give you your proper movements looking down and your tilts from the ball and socket as well. So that's a good thing with Silver Surfer, right? Very nice job on that. Okay, let's check out the shoulders. Of course, they have latch systems of their own, and they're pegged in with the ball and socket of themselves, right? That's very nice. That's same on both sides. Let's look at the bicep swivel. No craziness there. And if it's double jointed arms, we'll know. There we go. The latch is double jointed. Great. Okay, hands are interchangeable, so they do rotate. And they have latches of their own. Right? Nice. Okay, same on both sides. And on the lower sternum of the figure, you see the movements there. You do have your play. That's really good for doing multiple things. Nice job there. No movements in the waist. And you do have dumbbell joints. Also, you have your thigh swivels. Right? There they are. Okay, in the knees, double jointed hinges there. Right? Okay. And in the feet, you have latches of their own. And they sit on rockers with no pivot in the toe. So very basic on the articulation. Not bad at all, right? And that'll do it for the POA. Okay, for the pros and cons. My cons, I don't like how she's not silver enough. Kind of dull looking. My pros are, I do like the way the figure looks. All the accessories are great. And the articulation is not too bad. So for me, I'm gonna have to give the figure a 4 out of 5 stars. Guys, let me know what your stars are. And you guessed it, you can get it at HASBROPulse.com. Just check out HASBROPulse.com. So what are you waiting for? Check them out! And this brings us to the end of our video. If you found the video informational or you just simply enjoyed watching, please hit the like, comment, share, and subscribe button. And as always, this has been another toy review. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.